pizza. It's one of my favorite foods to eat, and if you're like me, you can't say no to a pepperoni pizza slice. So this is a brick oven pizza tutorial without the brick oven. The way we do that is we're going to use a Weber grill, hardwood charcoal, and a pizza stone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Benji Travis, and let's get into how to cook pizza. Or as I mentioned before, the key to getting that brick oven type of pizza is having a really hot oven. So we're using the Weber grill and some hardwood charcoal. You can also do this in the oven in your home. The pizza stone is very important. So I've already got that all heated up, and the Weber grill is about 500 degrees. So let's go ahead and get our ingredients going and build this pizza to get it on the grill. I hope you weren't thinking that I was going to teach you how to make dough. I just buy frozen dough. It's so convenient. I put it in the freezer and it's ready to go. Obviously you need to thaw this out and let it sit for, if it's frozen, about 4 hours. If it's thawed out, 30 minutes, okay? This is flour, and that's gonna be helpful for when you're putting it all together. And then cornmeal. I'm gonna talk about why this is crucial a little bit later. Next, we've got our sauce. I'm just using a regular marinara sauce from Kirkland Signature. I love it. Be careful that you don't get the liquid at the top because you don't want it to be too runny. You want it to be a little thick. For the cheese, I'm just using shredded mozzarella cheese. You can shred it yourself, but I find this, again, is way more convenient. I'm also gonna pizzazz it up with some Parmesan, which is also already shredded. Usually I shred my own. And then for the toppings, it's very basic. So we've got sliced pepperoni here. I've got some green bell peppers that, of course, I just sliced up nice and thin. I also have some sliced up onions. I love the flavor of this when it kind of gets a little caramelized. And of course, Judy's favorite, mushrooms. So I like it more thick cut, and I already bought it just like this. But remember, this is gonna shrink down, so don't slice it too small. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, garlic olive oil. So this is going to be for the edges of the crust. All I did was crush this garlic. I minced it up with a garlic crusher and then added some olive oil, mix it up, and then have a brush ready because you're going to put this on last before it goes on the grill. All right, so let's build out our pizzas and start baking. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and prep your cutting board by spreading that flour on it so the dough doesn't stick. Next, go ahead and place your dough on the cutting board and again, sprinkle additional flour on it so it doesn't stick to your fingers while you're forming the pizza. Start to press the dough into a flat circle to get it ready. I like to lift the dough up and let it flatten gradually in my hands while turning just like you see it in the movies. Once it's about the size you want it to be, go ahead and return it to the cutting board and flatten it out to the shape and size you want. Key here is for the dough to be as even as possible all around so you don't have uneven baking while you're cooking the pizza. Additionally, the shape and size doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be generally the size and shape of the pizza stone. Now for the toppings. Go ahead and spread some pasta sauce in a circle motion and then add that base layer of cheese. Really important to go easy on these first two toppings because you don't want a puddle to be created when baking. Boom. Once that layer is done, go ahead and add any other toppings you want. Give it a last sprinkle of cheese. Apply your garlic oil to the crust all around the pizza. Salt and pepper, and you're good to go. Whoo! Smells so good too. That garlic olive oil is key. Really important that you don't put too many toppings on, especially if you're just learning how to make pizza. So let's go ahead and go over to the grill and start baking. So I've been heating up the grill ever since I started putting the pizzas together, so it's nice and hot. In fact, it's about 500 degrees. The pizza stone is already in there and it's really hot, and that's why we're gonna be using the cornmeal. Because you don't want your pizza dough to stick to that pizza stone, I'll be throwing this on there before I put it on. As you can see, the pizza is ready to go, and this is why this is key, and having flour around so it slides off. And then I'll have these two spatulas help. So let's get baking. First thing you're gonna do is go ahead and lift the cover off, sprinkle on that cornmeal onto your stone, and then once that's done, slide your pizza on it. Don't worry too much if the shape isn't perfect. Just make sure to get the whole dough onto the stone, fix any toppings, and then return the cover right away. Set a timer for 5 minutes and then let it bake. All right, so my timer has gone off. It's been about 5 minutes, but I've been paying attention to the heat. If you have to, you're gonna go ahead and replenish some of the hardwood charcoal right now to keep it near 500. But this is why it's important to get all that done before you start cooking, because it doesn't take that long to cook these pizzas. We're talking 8 to 12 minutes. So let's go ahead and take off the cover. I'm gonna give it a half turn, return the cover, and set another 5 minutes. So our pizza is just about done. One thing I like to do is check the middle. No one likes a doughy center, and I scoot it down to the center and just make sure it's nice and crusty. Sometimes I'll poke the middle too. It seems like it's cooked, but what I like to do is go ahead and take the cover off, obviously, and put it right over the coals for maybe another 1 to 2 minutes, just so it cooks all that crust to make it nice and crunchy, but not overcooked. So once I think it's completely done, I'm gonna go ahead and move it to the cutting board, slice it, and eat. The crust is perfect golden brown. There's definitely some charring going on. The cheese is ooey gooey melted. The toppings are perfectly cooked. All there is left to do is eat. So let me go ahead and try this. I've sliced it with my knife because my pizza roller broke. But anyways, there you go. Let me taste it. My gosh. When you're using a pizza oven, or in my case, a Weber grill, the high heat chars the ingredients, so you get some extra flavor. So good. If you like this video, hit that like button. Comment below what's your favorite pizza toppings, and I'll talk to you later.